Or they'll come here. Or they'll come here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Oh,
The commentator.
Guten Tag.
Heyo.
Who's moving them?
Hello.
I think it's Dana. No?
Hello. Yep.
All right.
You might want to do that.
That was quite a session.
GG Denmark.
Hello.
Good work.
GG to Denmark, who won
Yeah.
without
Well done.
Denmark show up. Finally, he's like, "Hey guys, now the session's over."
that was great.
He said
Victor
last
just
session
shows
he was
up
just like, I think I'm gonna win next game, and I'm not even here. Fuck.
Yeah, like
So bad.
he went to he had work stuff, but yeah, he won.
Yeah. He got was it 4 goals was the requirement? He did that.
Yep.
Secret
Hello,
goal.
get out of
70
Africa.
fired, hit 69.
Yeah.
No.
VJ,
We'll force you, don't.
VJ is coming for you, Europe.
Yeah, VJ is marching through Iran right now. I can send you a screenshot if you don't believe me.
Oh my god, I thought
coming to my boy.
And Oman is coming for Sri
coming down
Lanka, is
through
what's
the Congo.
happening.
Oh, well, thanks for
Get
saying
out.
that out loud, anyways.
Good times.
We ended
we
this
kill more
war.
men.
We ended this game how it started, with a giant war
It's
that
the amount of
made no
merchants
sense.
you have, and you can only
Yep.
have one.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can only have one
Those
level
calls
3
are mine.
in each state, but it's depending on how many merchants you have is the amount of level 3
Okay.
trades.
Still done.
Oh, you
What
just
the
have
hell?
a vassal in the same state
Silva.
as the trade center.
Yep.
I thought you were a friend. Friend of the Germans.
No.
It's the world
No.
against Europe.
He's been my rival. He's been my rival for a while.
So
Prussian is the real German. Real
Yeah.
German. Get the
I mean-
fuck out.
Africa is supporting Germans. Just
Yeah, it's just not your Germans.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
We're supporting the right
My
Germans. You
priorities
know, the ones
changed
that.
when I moved to Kill.
That was a good conclusion to this game.
Guys.
Well done to that guy for
We are
organizing.
supporting Germans that don't try to take our land, you know?
I
I'm pretty
somehow
sure the
think-
GB
I'm
wins.
pretty sure the Prussians want to take all of a lot of German land.
Yeah, and
I want all of Germany.
Alright,
And
guys,
I want-
well,
all my land back and
I'm gonna call
Netherlands.
it here for me. So I am gonna end my stream and then take a nap and then play Fire Emblem 3.
Oh, dude, I'm playing it too.
yeah,
I'm
also-
loving it.
Yeah, Fire Emblem's great. I'm probably gonna be playing that as soon as this is over.
Good.
I didn't like Fates. I did like Shadows. And this one is fucking killer. I love it.
Good game, everybody.
What?
See y'all
Yeah,
later.
I haven't played a whole bunch, but it's nice.
GG.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you so much for having me as a guest commentator.
How
Yeah.
many views you get?
Sorry you were here literally for the end, but you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Sir Squire, how many views did you get?
It was a beautiful end.
Like in the 20s, I think it looks like it was nice.
Fuck yeah.
Is your is your Twitch link somewhere or what?
Yeah, it's linked in
Oh, I found
The-
in general. Yeah.
Yeah, the original, the Mordred's one is Mordred. So yeah, good times.
Yeah, but
I can't believe I lived all the way through. I was expecting to die there.
Who? Who's this?
Austria.
yeah.
Oh no, mate. You were my
Yeah, no,
little boy
no,
when I
we
was
weren't
9.
letting you die, sir. Oman would
Never.
have broken itself to the
Never. Bohemia, fuck him. He didn't show up for 2 sessions. You, you're here.
That was
Right now
actually
that this is
the
going to be the
most
last
fun
session, I
I've
would have
had.
decked on everybody else and then.
Let's see. Grumpy Tiger saying thanks for hosting and commenting on his Sir Squire. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you, Mordred. Thank you, everybody. It was a lot of fun. It was great that we got to get the end of the match and see each side pushing through. And let's see. CPM says thanks for doing a great job. I'll be following your channel going forward. Well, thank you, thank you. I'm glad I did an okay job. That was the first like major commenting on something, watching something unfold. So hopefully I did all right. And hope you all enjoyed it. So I guess we'll jump back into listening to these people discuss the players discuss the match and all that stuff. But then we're reaching the end. Yeah. So it sounds like Denmark won, and it seems like it's confirmed, or at least people believe it is, and that's and this with these kinds of things, belief is important.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can
No.
break the alliance and we wouldn't leave the war, so you can still continue the
Yeah,
rule.
I'm making.
Yeah, they
I'm
all
making
lose the stability if each alliance breaks.
Stab hit. Ah, nothing. It's worth, I'd say.
Are you guys sure that this is the end and that Denmark has won?
Yeah,
pretty
sure. Yeah.
Because I
but,
want to mention two things. Number one, he was protected. And number two, we could literally break his victory by the click of a button.
I mean, yeah.
Damn shame.
Because
It's on Mordred if he wants to continue and play
Yeah,
for
it's all up
second
to
place.
Mordred.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
so
was
that's
gonna
gonna be that's gonna be between
Or we can just
Denmark
decide that
and
the Source
Mordred.
Squire is now controlling the
So
multiplayer
here's
and
It's a squire
keeps-
coup.
here's the thing though. When 10 people join a war because they think the session's gonna end because they're just done, like,
I'm not
I mean,
joining anymore.
I would be
Well, yeah.
willing to leave the war if I get everything that they control in Africa and can go in.
that's
If
fine.
you want me out
That's
of-
dev, they lose. That's
But-
dev, they lose.
but,
I'm good with
like,
that.
if we
I
do
mean-
somehow go under the assumption of a Danish victory, could I think Squire would know? Could Squire then say what the secret goal of Denmark was?
Secret goal of Denmark
You know what that
is,
means?
because at this point, everyone knows, he has to have 2 GP
Yeah,
alliances with 100 relations each.
Yeah,
Click
He has.
Olé!
which
Yeah, next session, it's he can't have that goal, because it's against the rules next session.
Yep.
Already has 4 goals.
I mean, it's on Mordred. as I was-
I mean, the only reason he still has those goals is because he's protected. Like, I was going to attack him
Yeah.
day one. and
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
them.
I know, like,
Oh well.
I mean,
Again,
he-
that'd be up to Mordred. He might just start like a straw poll to see what everybody wants to continue it or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
he needs
But-
to make it only a player. The viewers shouldn't have a fucking say in this. I'm sorry, viewers, but fuck you.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
there's
because-
that.
Yeah.
It's
I agree.
Yeah. It
There
should,
was
Like, we are the
definitely-
ones
I don't
playing.
know. So,
I mean,
but either way, we'll let it up for Mordred. I don't know if.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Just start a new
Squire's
game.
not streaming this.
Okay, I'll peace out.
He is.
honestly,
New
So,
game.
the game is fun. I'm happy with how I did, even though I'm not happy. My armies are virtually useless in that ending fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'd like-
make a Scannenberg.
I'd like to
see if I
see the
can-
rules kind of reach.
I mean, like I said, it'd be up to Mordred. Let him figure out what he wants to do. I know
Yeah.
a lot of people are tired of this game.
I'm very
so
tired of this game.
It might just be better to reset and do the new.
And the new rules from the
rules.
start. And no goals.
It's hard to
No goals.
start roles into a game that's like literally what 200 years in almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play Wallachia. And. He
I
said
wouldn't
no.
mind playing a
Wallachia.
new game, but my schedule is changing,
Same
so
thing.
I'll have to peace out at like 11:15
Yours.
every Sunday. There's
know
that
it.
little tidbit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be moving for the next 2 weeks, so if we do the game, I most likely will.
I'm
glad.
out if we're not. I'm gonna be taking my note.
All right, let's see. CPM, 2 questions before the stream ends. Can you clarify how the upcoming vote system works? And given the flag behind you, are you from Montana? Yes, I am from Montana, and I currently reside there. And I've enjoyed being Montanan, I guess, or becoming I mean, I've always been Montanan, but also, like, I've done things to make me feel Montanan, I guess. I don't know. I like Montana. I live in Montana. I'm from Montana. And...
I'll see
Oh,
y'all guys.
Yep. See you guys. I have a daughter to take care of.
Oh, weak.
Weird flex, bro.
Get your priorities straight.
It is. It's called my family.
Priorities.
I have them.
No, you don't. Goddamn.
Is it sad that the most fun I had in like 3 or 4 sessions was taking Bohemia?
I know, right? That was so satisfying. I could take land. It was great.
Yeah, and then there's
5, 6 sessions of nothing.
Yeah, I get what you feel.
Hey, you could colonize. At least you were getting dev.
Dude,
At least you
you know how
dev.
bored I hate playing Russia. I've said it many times. Russia
know,
is not
I
my.
know.
Well,
It's
you
t-
guys did at least have a port.
What's a bore?
Yeah, I know. I know, Tria. I feel you. You and me, we were in the same boat.
Meanwhile, I had all of India.
Shut the fuck up. No one loves England. Not even the Aussies.
What the frig?
Jamie, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Was it you or your substitute that came up with the idea of just putting all your lightships in the English channel?
I put mine on Lubeck. I was privateering Nelson for like 20, 30 years, and then I decided to put him in Lubeck.
Which
Because,
I kind of laughed because I was like, I made a whole like 12 ducats from trade. I'm like,
All right, so I guess we're done. I think we're done. So let's see. I'll answer that second question that you had about upcoming votes. So this is a very viewer-driven channel. The schedule and the games that we play are set in part by myself, but largely by you all. And so upcoming votes are basically games you'd like to see played on the channel. And then we have a few different ways that we play them. We have our viewers elect system, where you all form different parties and interest groups and then vote on them. And depending on which party is in power, that's how we do the playthrough. We just finished one of those as France and EU4. We became a republic, then we became a theocratic empire as radical reformed Christians took over the government. So that's been a lot of fun. So that's what that redemption is, and that's how that works. And let's see, Ainsley says, later Squire, glad to see more EU4 on your channel after viewers elect EU4 ended. Yes, I mean, yeah, I really enjoy EU4. I'm excited for more of it. This was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed this. So thanks again, everyone. Thank you, Mordred Viking and that whole community for having me come in and guest comment. It was a lot of fun. And so, and let's see. We've got goal aspect is what kind of made it interesting to me, says Grumpy, because it gave people something to work towards other than get big and blah. But that's the thing, yeah. It's interesting how some of the players are vocal about not liking goals, but maybe they don't like them. I don't know. Yeah, it's really interesting. I'm sure Mordred and a lot of people will be looking at that. I'll be looking at that for our own channel stuff to be like, yes. Like, is it good to have like nebulous goals? Is it good to have really specific goals? Is it good to not know what other people's goals are? All these kinds of elements. And then trying to find a balance, because like some games, maybe it's good to have hidden goals. Some games, it's great to have open goals, all that kind of stuff. And true American cowboy. I don't know how to ride a horse, though. But I did once help brand cattle a long time ago as a child. They called me the cow whisperer because they would just look at me and then just go into the branding thing and they wouldn't cause any trouble. So that was nice. And let's see, definitely want to visit Montana eventually. I'm in Nebraska. It's too flat here. Yeah, western Montana is where it's at. We have all the mountains. There are some forest fires, but this fire season hasn't been too bad. So it's been really good. So I guess we'll jump back in and listen in and then just sort of wind things down.
The beginning, and we didn't have a strong player at the beginning. It was like one of the weaker ones.
No, so just that war at the start, I was told about. I was like, what the shit is that? Who does that? That's such a bad war. Let's go to war against France, who's allied with the Italian monarchs and Great Britain. Clap. Big fat clap.
Well, I mean, I was fighting Mamluk ships. Like,
yeah,
it was a really, really stupid war.
It was so bad. Sure, there's the illusion of you like, oh, but Spain started with 15% morale. Yeah, but France starts with 2 great generals. Great Britain starts with a great general. France reaches tech faster than Spain. And then you also have the Italian miners. And plus, now, the English troops deal 10% infantry combat ability at the start of the game. So you're going up against better quality, pretty much.
I didn't get the 100 Years' War straight away, though. It's just kind of...
Yeah, that's annoying. I hate that being late. Oh, by the way, so
it's hilarious listening to them. Mordred never
lets
us.
Are you actually gonna ally France no matter what? Because what I like to do if I'm playing Great Britain is just making a vassal out of the area that has the main part, so I don't get.
No, what I did was to get my CB on Scotland straight away. I exploited manpower in every province and just gave it to France, and then I got my CB straight away.
Fair enough. I mean, I would just make a vassal out of it to avoid the event.
I mean, we avoided it anyway. So
you know what that means.
I was able to siege down Scotland before Tech 4 because he would have got it quicker than me because no mobility or no points.
Thanks so much,
I actually like.
Helen
I
Strat.
love Parliament for SP. Even.
Thanks so much for the follow. Hope you enjoyed the follow dance. Hope you enjoyed the follow song. Hope you've been enjoying the stream, and hope you continue to do so. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's pretty. No.
It's good for the Ottomans, but other than that, it's...
But yeah, I thought it was really cool to be able to listen in and listen to what people say. Obviously, the language is maybe not as clean as it's allowed to be for stuff or whatever. But I thought it was really cool to listen in on stuff. Just came in was Ottomans in the MP, and I stream. Ooh, exciting. Yeah, the watching the Ottomans that go there. I think before we quit and leave, we can just kind of do an overview of what we got to witness. I think that Ottoman-France war was incredible. That was a lot of fun to watch. And it was a stalemate for so long. But the areas you were able to grab at the end definitely tilted it into a pretty substantial tactical victory for the Ottomans in limiting French power. It's crazy how much just like two or three provinces can completely shift the balance in a region, and that's what's happened here. The Ottoman dominance of Italy is almost firmly established with this. You'd still need to work on like the Mediterranean, but yeah, that was a great way a strong finish for the Ottomans, definitely. So did Denmark win? I technically don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I have no jurisdiction beyond just getting to comment and observe, and so I can't take a position on it, and I wouldn't be able to take a position on it. So technically, I don't know, but it seems like they have, because that's what people are saying, and so then I can say that, I guess. But yeah, everyone seems to think so, and Mordred is the one who will finally make that call and check all the stats and stuff and be able to determine that. So sometime in the next few hours or the next few days, it will be determined whether or not victory has been achieved. And let's see, what helped was I rolled a 5 siege pip, so we abused him. That was the big thing, right? Yeah, just being able to, like, once the Eastern forces controlled northern Italy and really just were able to keep the French, the first opening strategy of just kind of wearing everyone else out, like, almost worked. But then, yeah, being able to siege down so quickly and sieging out everything. And then finally, once you pushed them to the Alps, like, it was over. It was just a matter of time until you would be able to kick your way into France. And then I think just they made the mistake, but like, yeah, the rules are really clear. We can't bring in protected nations into wars. And so if they just hadn't made that mistake, I think then they would have been able to kind of pivot away from it. Pivot from their defeat there to just strengthen their position in Spain. But they made that tactical error. But that's the other thing, yeah, that because Denmark wasn't here also, yeah, the two main people that you need to know if someone's won, the two people who know the secrets, and both of them weren't around at the moment. And then at this point of the game, it starts to get a bit boring for players. That did seem to be the thing. Like, I think because I was coming into it fresh, I was super into it, of like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. But I can imagine for people who've been playing for 200 years, it's been a long game, a long, hard-fought victory. And let's see, final question regarding the upcoming votes. What kind of games do you tend to like to play apart from EU4? And from the VOD City Skylines, ? Sorry, this is the only community-driven channel I've ever come across. And yeah, and that's definitely something that sets us apart from other channels. That I wanted to find a channel that was very community-driven. I thought to myself, like, if you're obviously if you're a streamer, you might have some analytics and stuff if you're large enough to know what you should be playing. But you know what that means. Ole! Thank you so much, Winter Warlord, for the follow. Hope you enjoyed the follow dance. Hope you enjoyed the follow song. Hope you've been enjoying the stream, and hope you continue to do so. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so, oh gosh, what was I talking about? Oh, yes. I wanted to find a channel that like had a lot of input from viewers, and I was having trouble finding that. I also wanted to find a channel that did what community plays, or not community plays, what Viewers Elect is, and couldn't really find that. Not one that was like, you could sit down and spend 3 hours in it and feel like you're not overwhelmed, but still feel like you are changing the course of the playthrough. And I couldn't, because there are groups that play games in a very democratic fashion. They have like legal codes that are chapters long. and rules that are just crazy and they take months to play. And I wanted a version of that was like all the fun of that stuff with less of the complexity, but still feel like you have depth and be able to get playthroughs done in a few weeks. And I couldn't find a channel that did that, so I just made my own. And here we are a year later. And so for you can check out games that people have voted for if you click the upcoming with the little thumbs up, but I think I can also hopefully let's see, I think I can put a link. Oh, let's see, that'd be there. Yes, this hopefully is the right link. Let me double check. And it is, yes. So yeah, this, I mean, I need to organize this a little bit better, but there you can see like who has voted for games, what the game is, how many people that then is, how many times that everyone has voted for it. And then we have a few other little modifiers that tell us like how often we played it, how long has that game been around, and that's how I set the schedule or determine what the next playthrough of stuff is going to be. So like for Viewers Elect, we have an upcoming playthrough of Imperator Rome that's going to happen after our current City Skylines playthrough happens. It almost feels like we're going into like a new playthrough of City Skylines because we had a Libertarian Party take over, so 50,000 people moved out of the city, and then we went down to like 20,000 people in the city, but now it's coming back. But a whole new party has come into power, so it's like it feels fresh. So that playthrough could go on for a while, or it could end really fast. Like we have a party that's also in favor of us ending the playthrough, so that one's going to be really interesting. But then we have Imperator Rome after that one, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And then we have like some ongoing community plays games. Like we do have. Ooh, let me get the. Let me see if I can get the. I should definitely share the link for sign-ups for our community plays game. This coming Tuesday, we're going to start a game, a Daimyo Swarm game, where it's going to be cooperative based. We're just going to all be in Japan and try to expand Japan as quickly as possible to in crazy ways and just have a fun time there. So let me get the link to that one in case anyone is interested in signing up for that. We have a lot of open spaces. Let's see. And then we have a few other games that we've been playing. Community plays just means multiplayer where anyone can jump in. All right, let's see. Here we go. And you can just comment directly onto that one. There we go. FFL would be not angry, but like be disappointed if I didn't try and push that. But yeah, we have currently we have like some games of Shogun 2 that we've been doing. And then we're starting the Daimyo Swarm. So that'll be exciting. And then let's see, not gonna lie, except for sieges, I felt fairly useless there. You know what that means! Olé! Thank you so much, Bamboozle Ballet, for the follow. Hope you enjoyed the follow song, hope you enjoyed the follow dance. Hope you've been enjoying the stream, and hope you continue to do so. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's see, sounds really cool. Do you ever do things like XCOM, or does that tend to be more grand strategy games? We've done... we attempted Assassin's Creed Odyssey with the Viewers Elect system. It was an older version that it would be harder to do now. But like something like XCOM I think could work. Yes, things, as long as it's sort of tactics and strategy, it can work. And then if it's not, then we have a sort of like Viewers Invest system that is just a way for people to earn the channel currency. If it's a game where you can't really direct the flow of the game, you can still at least benefit to gain control over the channel. And so, but I think a game like XCOM, I having played XCOM in the past, that would, not with the channel, but just personally, it would, I think it could work with Viewers Elect, and it would be a lot of fun. And then let's see, Ice Mage says, that's Sir Squire, I was playing Imperator Rome yesterday, but I quit because it kept crashing on me in the year 508. Oh man, that's only like 50 years in. That's not good. I hope that doesn't happen to us. But yeah, I think that is the end. Basically. Let's see, it looks like we have a end map that we can check out here. And I can bring that up, I believe. Well, let's see. Oh yes, this looks like this is the map at the end, so we can look through stuff. All right, so I'll display capture, move in. Here we go. So this is what the world looked like at the end of the game. It's presumed, but not official, or officially declared. It is presumed that Denmark has won, but I don't take my word for it because I have no authority on the issue. I have no knowledge on the issue. That's just what the main speculation and rumor is. And so if we look at, I guess we can just take a look at the map of Europe and then look at other areas. So you did have, at the very tail end, a world war breakout over Triar, west versus east. We kind of look at the development. The lowlands and Italy were key areas. And without being able to develop on their own, that was the one mod. It was one that prevents development, or like gaining like the development system in the provinces, whatever. Meant that people had to expand to develop. Now it'd be interesting. I don't know. Maybe they've played games where you can develop. I think that's why they implemented that rule. It's because you can use it to get institutions really quickly, and so you just have a few provinces that are very key. Then we can look at the religious map. Protestantism and Reformed Christianity dominate the European scene. You do have some Catholics, but it looks like France was converting some of them, and like some Catholicism, Incaism, some religions for Central America, some animalism, and whatever Ethiopia is. What is that? Cotton. I don't know. And then like Hinduism and stuff. So that's cool. Nothing unusual with the spread of religion. It's fairly common that Europe will, like Catholicism will implode. So we'll then move on to maybe cultures. Maybe we'll see something stick out. Now I don't know the colors of the cultures, so I guess we'll just look if there are cultures that seem to have drifted anywhere. But it doesn't really seem like it. I don't think anyone was really pushing their cultures somewhere else. Maybe this? No, just regular old Prussians. Alright. So nothing too crazy that I can see. I think probably some Swedish people over here, some Finnish people. Okay, does that mean Sweden is Finnish? No, Swedish. Oh, because they're probably oh, I bet they probably kicked their minorities out of Finland into the New World. Okay, so that's probably why this is Finnish. And then some Swedish, because they're just like, we'll just kick the Finns out of Finland to the New World, New Finland. Not to be confused with Newfoundland, which is actually Newfoundland. Oh my gosh. Well, that would be weird. That would be confusing in this world. Are you going to Newfoundland? Like Newfoundland? No, New Finland. They're different. And then interest to income. Oh. Wait, so what is this? Is this like what people were paying? Okay, so we had a few people, yeah, some poor people. And then we can look at tech. All right, so Western Europe dominating on tech. 18, 17, 18, 17, 17, 17, 16, whereas then okay, so maybe this is why the Commonwealth was starting to be a little bit slower to react to things. Like they just were a bit slower behind on tech, and that started to hold them back, even behind Russia. Of course, then Tunis just wiped out, basically. Ooh, okay, that might also explain, like, Oman. It definitely explains why Vaharinjar was just wiped out, not able to fight off the Dutch, because the Dutch were more technologically advanced. Alright, then some ideas. Oh, that doesn't really seem to tell us anything. Let's see. Then we have the players. Oh, I wish it showed all the players. But yeah, I think that was a fun game to jump into. Coptic Christian. Oh, is that Ethiopia? That makes sense. And then I guess we don't really have to look at much of anything else. Except for that at the last moment we can look at the... Oh, no, it didn't want to show us. I think in diplomatic mode, if we can just show... Well, it's a world war right at the finish. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So yeah, just the West versus the East. The East will probably win, although, what a name. Oh no, I didn't even notice that name. Oh man, all right. But yeah, that's probably the end of the well, I mean, it'll be the end of our stream, but like that's the potential end of the game. So thanks again, everyone, for having me. Oh, casualties map mode, check Mantua. Ooh. All right, let's maybe quickly see. That's manpower, casualties. Oh, because this tells us who has died throughout the entire game. Yeah, we definitely want to see that. Yeah. All right, so here is the casualties map mode. I mean, yeah, like this was brutal. Casualties: 500,000 people died in Fiora. Or 250,000 people died there, almost 500,000. So there must have been a larger war, probably with like Burgundy early on. But yeah, you have a few areas where just the casualties, you can see where the front line was in that war. Let's see, nothing else that's bright red. So this was the war. Of course, we do have like lots of ships being taken out around bottlenecks in the Aegean. But this was... You did not want to be around these areas. 3 million people died in this war. It was brutal. And so that will be the... Yeah, I think that about sums everything up. Alright, let's see. And what... yes, that is the reason for preventing dev for institutions. Yeah. And let's see. Thanks again for doing a great job on the commenting. And I definitely look forward to following the channel. Have a good afternoon, everyone. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Hope everyone has a good rest of their morning / evening / wherever everyone is. And I'll see you all later. So thanks again, everyone, and hope you have a great rest of your Sunday.